When you transit from a slow growth economy with a lot of problems of poverty, diversity, and you make it to say 8% growth for a 10-year period, you try to reach out by having inclusive policies, you raise expectations. At the same time, incomes are rising. And as you know, our population growth is, we are at that stage of our demographic transition where we have more and more younger voters coming in, younger population. So these will be quite daunting challenges for any government, no matter what party, what coalition, from where. Institutions don't change overnight. You can change policies, and even policies take time to really take root. So you have to establish credibility with investors, you have to establish credibility with people, and I would say it has been a challenging time because as the institutions of governance, as the institutions of regulation are adjusting to a faster growth regime, it appears as if it's collapse of governance. But I think there's much more to it than meets the eye. Cities and towns have to become engines of growth. State governments have to get involved in the process of development much more than was the case in the earlier regime where central government played a larger role. And all this is happening in a very vibrant democracy, open media, civil society engagement, and these challenges have to be handled when the economy is also increasing its linkages with the world economy, and the world economy is under stress. So you can imagine you have to deal with all of this and deal with it in a way in which people of India whose aspirations are rising feel included in the process. But I would say all in all, if you look at the past 9 years of this government, they have actually managed to address these challenges in a much more serious manner than ever before. If you go away from the mainstream electronic media, and if you go to states and cities and towns and villages in different parts of the country, you will find that there is actually much less cynicism and much more getting down to business, because that is where actually development takes place. And all these kinds of exchanges take place in Delhi. So since my work has been in the area of urban development, and I travel around quite a bit to small cities and towns, I find a great deal of dynamism, and I find that the growth is now going to second and third tier cities. So, this growth, as it disperses, there are markets emerging within the emerging market of India. And I think those are very interesting developments that are happening.